let's talk about discussing old school with your kids. Hi, I'm Mary Wilson. I teach book clubs online for kids. And for September, we discussed the book Old School by Gordon Korman in both the 8 to 10 and the 11 to 13-year-old age group. I would say it was great for both age groups. The middle school group was definitely able to hang with some of the deeper things going on in the book, but the 8 to 10-year-olds enjoyed it as well. So when you're discussing this book and by the way, you can look this up, but in general, this book is about a boy who's being homeschooled by his grandmother because his parents travel a lot and she lives in a retirement village. And she didn't quite fill out the paperwork to homeschool him correctly. It ends up being a glitch with like Social Security. And he has been homeschooled though by all of the different retirees, the senior citizens who are living at the Pines, the retirement village. And then the truancy officer shows up and he now has to go to middle school. And it's all about the clashing of those worlds. And it was a ton of fun. Some of the things that I would discuss with this book, one thing that surprised me, especially in the 8 to 10-year-olds, the middle schoolers didn't bring it up as much, but they were very confused by this cover. They didn't understand why there was a bird on it. They thought the book was going to be about a bird. And while birds are a part of the story, a tiny little part that are mentioned. So we talked a little bit about this dodo bird and why maybe that fit for the author, but you might dig into that with your kid and talk about, does that make sense to them? Or does that feel like the cover doesn't really match? A lot of the 8 to 10-year-olds especially thought this was a misleading cover. A few of the middle schoolers as well, but it didn't come up in every middle school class the way it came up in almost all of the 8 to 10-year-old classes. Another thing in this book is to talk about the generations coming together. At some point, the middle schoolers start coming to hang out at the Pines and they're interacting with the seniors that live there. And it's actually really lovely. So one of the things you can also talk about is, what do the middle schoolers gain in their lives from hanging around the older generation, and what do the older generation gain from having the middle schoolers there? It's really fun. Some of the kids start to find kind of mentors, people who kind of understand them, who give them advice. One of the younger kids helps one of the older gentlemen set up his smart TV and they're playing video games. The kids learn to play shuffleboard. I mean, it really is unique and a lot of fun. And this is a spoiler, so just know that. But one of the characters dies, Leo. He is Dexter, the main character, Dexter. It's his best friend at the retirement center. He's 99 years old. And he passes away at the end of the book. So one of the things I talk to the kids about is, how does the author help us feel better about that death, because we see how his legacy is going to live on. A lot of things happen at the climax of the story and going on that really help show us how Leo will still live on in the hearts of the kids, in a museum because of what they discovered. And check out the final 2 words of the book, because that was also Leo. So it was a really fun one to discuss with the kids, and you should definitely check it out. In general, Gordon Korman is an excellent middle grade author. I don't think this was one of my favorites of his. I think Restart still has that place for me, but it's an excellent one. Definitely check it out.